Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone video. And on this video I am delighted to be able to show you all my world record speedrun on the Days Gone challenges. Basically from start to finish I am just going flat out in order to get the fastest time possible for all 12 challenges. Now, on a previous video I did something very similar where I attempted to take out all 12 challenges in under 1 hour. And I succeeded. I think it was around about 56.5 minutes, but a lot of the routes and strategies that I employed were not always the quickest. They were designed to be safe and just get the job done of getting a gold score first time every time. Well, on this video folks, there is no safe options. I am just going for it, which makes for some very good viewing indeed. Now, worth noting, very similar to my last video, once the action starts, that is it. It is just left running from start to finish. There is no editing involved, basically in between the challenges and whatnot. Every time I complete one, you will see the loading screens come up and whatnot, so you can see that it is unedited. The only thing that I add is a note that comes up on screen, basically letting everybody know for every 10 minutes that has basically elapsed. So let's get to the action. Right then, the clock is ticking again, and this time it is far more important. I'm not looking to just beat the hour time, I am looking to get the fastest possible time. And I'm starting with the Ambush Camp Rush challenge, because if there's any challenge that is going to mess you up when doing this run, it's this bad boy, so you might as well get it done first. And a lot of people will be thinking, well, you're going to be seriously disadvantaged, but there is method to the madness here. You start off over here. I'm looking to pick up the 9 items, and from here you can instantly craft a stamina cocktail. So this basically makes up for the fact that Deacon at the start is not very, nowhere near as strong stamina wise at all. So after that I've crafted 2 Molotovs, 1 pipe bomb and 1 proximity bomb. And look at the timing here, this is important. You need that Marauder to be over there before starting this. And that's the beauty of this. I normally get into the camp around about 20 seconds. From here, I'm looking 2 Molotovs for these Marauders. They're always in those places. And 1 grenade over there for that guy. After that, I make sure that, I need to make sure that the residue bolt is in for the next guy, because he needs to be hit. This is critically important. Now, we have a change with my other run, where I would normally go about doing this in a slightly easier manner, is that I am not going for the superior fire axe that's over the far side. That is just going to be wasting time. Now, I miss with that Molotov, so that's a bad start, but I make up for it here because 3 of them come over, and that's fantastic. That gives me a nice base to start this with, because I'm looking for my 3-7 scenario here on the Berserk and Crafty sub-challenges. And there we go, already I have now got, in fact, just as I'm looking there, I have actually got both of these now in place. There's 3 on one, 7 on the other, so all I'm doing now is looking to clear out this camp, and fast. So I can craft another stamina cocktail at this point. This is going very well. Now, I want to clear out the top section first. He's already done his job, so I want him out of the way, because he gives you some incredible problems if you don't. And this part's very nice, because they just line up for me superbly here. Now, normally, I have actually managed to do this challenge before in just over 2 minutes, but given the way that I'm trying to do it here, it's really... I'm looking for anything around about 3.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes I should say, is the ideal time that I'm looking to get. Normally, because I start this as my first run, if I have anything that's over 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I normally stop the challenge there and then and restart it. Because with it being the first one, I have that luxury. So, but however, this is going very well indeed. I've only got 4 more kills to get. My score is at 15,000, so if you get the job done inside 3.5 minutes, which is never going to be an issue here, you get a 10,000 point bonus, and the gold score is 25,000. So at this point now, it's just hit past the 2.5 minute mark. And where's the last one? I'm very lucky. I've still got a bullet left. And there we go. Job done. That is a very nice start. Right, so at this point I'm now at the mercy of the loading screens, which I am going to have to get used to throughout these challenges. But the next challenge that I'm going to be taking on is Hog Wild. And I am going to be doing this slightly differently to what I've done it in the past, because there is some information that I need to pass on, and this is huge. It actually becomes a game changer, especially when you're looking to do the challenge in the way that I'm looking, which is all about speed. So, as always, I've got my the R2 pressed down firmly. Now, at the very start, I am holding down the boost button, and I'm not letting go. And look what happens. I was always under the impression that the boost was a very limited thing, but you actually get quite a bit. So if you hold on to that boost button, look at where I am already. I'm seeing now 14, 15, 16 on the boost. Now, because of this, not only can I do this run route much quicker, but it also means some of the other sub-challenges are not anywhere near so important. You see straight away there is a jump there that I miss entirely because I don't need to take it. It's using up too much time, and I just want to get through this area as quickly as possible. And as you can see, I'm absolutely flying. Very purposefully going to the left here because it sets me up so well for this section. Look at this already. I'm screaming through this, but by basically having the can't stop sub-challenge in place, and I can complete it to a gold standard quite easily, I basically no longer have to worry about getting a gold on the 20 seconds of airtime. I don't have to worry at all about hitting any freakers or shooting any freakers. It is so good by getting this gold score for this sub-challenge that basically at the very end I can even let that clock run to below 17 seconds that's on the top right hand side, and I will still be able to get a gold score. That's what it means. It has actually turned this challenge into one of the easiest. It really is. The only thing that you have to be aware of is basically having a good knowledge of the route. A lot of it you can take in straight lines. It really is. I'm coming up here. I am going to hit the brakes. I don't care if it loses time. Even if it dropped below 17 seconds, doesn't matter. Gold score guaranteed. And look how quickly that is. Very, very nice. Job done. On to the next. So as always, I'm not hanging about on the loading screens and whatnot. You're just going to have to try and keep up with them. This is a speed challenge, and I am going for it speed-wise with everything. But the next two challenges are going to be a tad more problematic than Hog Wild, that's for sure. It's going to be Drifter's Run, and I'm looking to get Ricky in place. She is a quicker character, especially on foot. And I have got I've got level 2 on the ring, basically for protecting the bike by drifting. So I did actually forget to put one of the other rings on, which I will require for Outride, but that's no problem. I can take care of that next. And here we go. This one is just basically making sure that you get round the course safely. Obviously, I am going out on speed, and I do have some very good lines in order to make the job a little bit easier. At the very start, it's not too bad. You do have quite a bit of leeway in order to get the job done, but as it gets further into this challenge, it gets a tad trickier. This next section coming up is one of the trickiest sections. I don't even mind if I take a little bit off the speed just in order to make sure that I get this right. But here is the criteria that I'm looking for here. Basically, my two biggest focuses on this challenge, for the sub-challenges that is, I need to complete the challenge in under 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That's not really a problem when I take this route. The biggie that you have to get right is making sure that you hit 14 ramps. Now, in hitting the 14 ramps, there is another sub-challenge that requires you to get 30 seconds of airtime. If you take out the 14 ramps, that 30 seconds of airtime simply comes with it. You're guaranteed you'll get it. So those two work hand in hand. The last sub-challenge is not really an issue whatsoever. It's basically involving drifting. And I will have to get a little bit of drifting in place at some point because simply to repair the bike. I'm not worried about the sub-challenge itself, and so far this is going very well. I know that I basically have taken the most direct line. I only have, after that ramp, there is only 2 more ramps left if I'm going directly for the finish line. And I just need to make sure that I take these clean. So far so good. Yeah, the bike is starting to smoke. I couldn't give a monkey's. Now, you normally require to get to 50,000 because you only get a 30,000 point bonus at the end. Watch this, it'll start off silver, but it will change to gold. I'm very well aware that you get a 2,500 point bonus if you have a perfect round, i.e. you don't take any damage. So, Drifter's Run, done and dusted. On to Outride. Right then, for Outride, I am actually going to go to the second ring option because this is the one I forgot to put on before. I should have had that in place before starting the last challenge in order to not have to bother on this one. But however, it is what it is. It's only taken up about another couple of seconds. Now, there's not much I'm going to do different for Outride than what I've done normally in the past when going for speed. Basically, my main aims are to make sure that I focus on the speed aspect because there is a huge bonus that you receive at the end of the run. And oh yep, I can see now that's 10 minutes gone, so already I can see I'm really doing well time wise. Now the other thing that is hugely important when doing this is basically your airtime. You really want to get that to the max. It's not essential, but it does help. It's one of the biggest scorers that you get basically when you're in the air. I will take the time to take out 1 or 2 freakers while going round, but it's not required. It's more a case of it's just something I'm used to doing, so I do it automatically. But this is the run route that I choose to use. I just like it. You don't have much to do at the very top before heading down that hill where you get a few jumps, and it takes you straight to the next marker that you need to be at. So there's very little in the way of having to make adjustments. And from here, there's only one way I ever take when I'm looking for the quickest time, and it is this way right here. And make sure, I got away with that. Now, there is a jump over on the right there. I refuse to take it because I have actually had a couple of runs where that jump basically done me over. Either I hit a tree or I just missed the jump and ended up crashing and killing myself. And it's at the stage now that if I have any run where I don't get a close score on, that's it. It's game over for the speedrun, because you will never recover from any challenge that you don't do first time. You lose far too much time. But this is looking nice. Now, this last jump, always either centre or to the left, never go to the right. And this job now is a good one. And I'm not sure why I decided to go around the outside at that point. I think it was something to do with the sick line, because I know I was very close to getting the 120, but as it turns out, it doesn't matter. I'm on to the next challenge, and this is the first of the 3 Endless Horde challenges, so this lot are going to be fun, especially this one. Black Friday. The first thing I need to do is get the rings in place, bullets and ram, and I do have enough that I can actually get these to 100%. So it's I am making a bit of a pig's ear of it here as well, because I'm clearly daydreaming, but that's it. They're now in place. Let's go. Now, worth noting, folks, this is one of the challenges where I make a huge difference in terms of time because of the way that I go about taking out this horde. I'm pretty sure in my previous video, I think it took around about 3.5 minutes or so because of the way I went about it. It was in a way that was safe, but not necessarily the quickest. Well, if you want to see the quickest way, just watch this. This is beautiful. It's no idle boast. This is how it's going to go down. Get through here. I want a dive roll. I'm heading over to this section here. This is where I'm going to start my attack. I want 1 grenade right over there. As soon as I've thrown it, that's it. I'm starting with the gunplay. Now, I'm not bothered about how many freakers I take out with the gunplay there. I just want their attention. I want them running over here as quickly as possible. There's the second grenade. And that's it. I've virtually got all the grenades set up and in place. Third one is going there now. From here, a quick trip across there, and then I'm doubling back on myself. Yeah, the setup for this is now far, far quicker, and it works an absolute treat. This is another part that I like to incorporate here. I want to hit that barrel. That just ensures that your multiplier is just good enough. It basically gives you the time to get up here, get the growler, get back down to where I'm going to start my attack from, and that multiplier will still be in place, so it's saving even more time. I'm not starting from scratch again. And this is how it's going to take place. Yep, down here and down here, and I have them all lined up, an absolute treat. Here we go, and it's just giving them hell with the growler. This will not take long. As you can see, I've nearly got the multiplier up to 300 already, and this is the beauty of this. It's in terms of sub-challenges, I'm not bothered about any of those. The multiplier is king when it comes to the Endless Sword challenges. That is how you get the biggest scores and the quickest. Yeah, 3 or 4 seconds, I'm just about done here. There we go. How quick is that, folks? Very nice. Job done. Next challenge is going to be Infested. And the beauty at this point is that I have the rings already in place for the next 2 challenges. Because after Infested, obviously, it's going to be surrounded. But this challenge is one of the challenges that really is a lottery. And I say that for good reason, because it's all about the spawning of the hordes in this challenge. They never spawn from the same places. The very first horde at the very start is the only one that is a constant. They always come from that direction, which makes the start of my run always the same. I'm looking to get an attractor bomb out there. I'll take a hit, but that's okay. I'm looking to get in here and get the IDF pop. Again, none of the other sub-challenges matter to me. They really don't. It is all about the multiplier. So I get going. I'm looking straight away at the minimap, and I can see they are coming from the area that this first lot came from, and that's fantastic. That is my ideal scenario for taking on this challenge. It does make it a lot easier, so I'm going to get out another tractor. Clean up this lot here, because yeah, until you do, you're just going to get nothing but bother from them. And again, just going to go to town right here. Right, at this point I'm really just looking to try and get them bunched, and yeah, I'll throw down whatever I can on. Pipe bomb will do nicely. Yeah, another one just for the hell of it. Why not? Yeah, that freaker is a bloody pain, but the gold score on this one is 120,000, so I'm not that far away from it. I'm trying to stay in the zone area because that is double points if you do, but yeah, at this point now it's a case of okay, that's done. But just keeping an eye out here. Yeah, I'm not far away at all, and it's looking for the rest of the horde. I'm sure they're round the corner here to my left. They are. Okay, how much longer now? Yep, done and dusted. I was looking for an explosive there, but I didn't actually have one. A Molotov would have to do just to speed up the process of dying. Okay, another job well done. So far this run is going fantastically. Right then, on to Surrounded. This is the toughest Endless Horde challenge that there is, but I'm very pleased to say that the spawning of the hordes when I do the run like this are usually the same every time, which makes this job nowhere near as scary a one as you might think. So start off, just get some extra ammo very quickly. Then I'm looking to go with one attractor, not an attractor bomb. I'm just looking to get them congregated. And I am going to wait. I'm also looking over this side because there is usually 1 or 2 freakers that come from that way and they try and catch you unawares. But I've got used to them over the over the runs, so now I'm looking just to basically get it just over 50, ideally. And then from there, I'm moving. I can see from the minimap that basically the next wave is spawning up here. So I want, at this point now, I do want an attractor bomb. Moving over just a wee touch over here to try and pick off a few of these freakers while the rest of them are going over there. Now as soon as that attractor has gone off, I'm moving because I'm very aware that a lot of their numbers are nearby here. But I want to get them to this stage. That's nice. I'm going to hit them with a grenade here now. This will just help the multiplier nicely. And now I want the special weapon in play. And I'm going to hit them hard here. So far this is going completely according to plan. Do have a nice fail-safe here where you can move to the back there, but there's still quite a few of them, so I'm going to get another attractor bomb in place there, and that'll take some of the numbers out there, and it'll keep the multiplier going nicely. And fantastic, I can see the next lot coming from the direction that I was expecting them from. So I get over here, again, another grenade. If I can get away with it, I'll probably go with 2 of them. Yep, get that next one out, nice. And at this point, I'm very close to getting the score that I require. Again, I think it's about 120,000 I require. Usually comes round about when you hit just over 300 on the multiplier. And at this point, I can also see on the minimap that they are spawning from either side of me, actually. But I'm hoping that'll get the job done here. And fantastic, that is only 20 minutes gone. And there we go, that's the gold score. Fantastic. Very nice. So I say that I'm just over 20 minutes in, and I have taken out an amazing amount of challenges already. But of course, the 2 longest challenges are still to come, and I'm leaving them both until the very end. That is, of course, Survive and Dead Don't Ride. Right then, the next 3 challenges that I'm going to take on, I could take on in any order that I like. I'm actually going to go with Reload, but basically involves having the same rings for the next 3 challenges, and that is the Bullets ring, and most importantly, the Lionheart ring, because that one is huge for these next 3. So, Reload, I'm hoping to get this one done very quickly. It varies, I've had mixed results doing it this way, but this is how it's going to play. I'm looking to hit that barrel first of all, then that canister over there, create a little bit of a barrier, get the focus cocktail in play, then get out the BFG. And it's very important that you actually go into focus mode, because if you do, it takes care of 2 of the sub-challenges. Basically 1 shot and also concentrated. If you don't have that focus on, the 1 shot becomes a bit of an issue. So just something to know, folks. From here, it's a little bit of tried and tested method here. I'm looking to try and get a little bit of extra from the resourceful sub-challenge. And then from here, yep, I'm looking to basically have them come through this section. Hit all these, because burning kills are where you get the big points. You score 5 times higher for the burning kills after the explosion. And so far, yeah, this is okay, not fantastic. I have seen on some of my runs where I've basically got the gold score round about now, but I shouldn't be far away from getting one here. So I get those ready. Just hit that for the hell of it, because any freakers going over there, chances I'll get some burning kills. And I shouldn't be looking at much longer now, especially not now, so I'm trying not to run too far away from them. There we go. Finally. I have done that challenge a bit quicker, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain. Okay, on to the next challenge, and in this case, it's going to be one of the challenges that usually gives me a lot of bother. I don't know why. When I'm doing practice runs for Keep Them Safer, I do it flawlessly. But I've had many a run when I've been trying to do these speedruns where I've had problems. One of them, I even did a dive roll, which is a cardinal sin. It's straight away, as soon as you do that, your gold score is out the window. So anyhow, this is how this one is going to play out. I'm looking first of all to get some ammunition from the back of the bike. Then I'm looking to use the SWAT 10, get up here, and then I'm going to go to town. Bolts are not going to come into play in any way, shape or form on this challenge the way I'm going to do it. I'm basically looking to get 60 headshots from these freakers, and once I've got that, I'm just looking to clear them out as quickly as possible. without doing any dive rolls or taking any damage. If I fulfill all that criteria, a gold score is assured. And so far, this is going nicely. Yeah, brilliant. All I require is another 7 headshot kills. Now we've got them. Brilliant. Moving on to the next section. Just get a little bit of distance. Hit that there. That will take out 50 freakers, guaranteed. Because the numbers are huge at the moment. From here, yep, hit the barrel. Now I'm looking to go with 3 pipe bombs. Just to clear out a few of the numbers. Because from here, I'm just looking to run up this way. I know I've got a frag grenade still. And I'm looking to head over across this fence line. Climb up this area here. Get to the top of this lorry. And from here, another grenade down, run about there. There shouldn't be too many left. Fantastic. That is 10 to go. Just make sure, remembering, no dive rolls. And yeah, this is just about a done deal. Ugh. Sod's law, but never mind. Yep, still very nice.
That's that.
Okay, that is 9 down and 3 to go. Okay, on to my least favourite challenge, Dead Before Daylight. But fortunately, it is one of the easiest to complete. And I am going to be making some slight adjustments with this one, because this one, if you do it in a very specific order, you can get a gold score a bit quicker. And this is how it's going to play out. At the very start, you basically get the thing on screen that's basically telling you, yeah, prepare defences. So these are all the items I am going to go for. I like to get in the middle there just to pick up 2 areas of them. Get those there. I'm not bothered about having the Joker ring for this because it doesn't really make much difference. From here, I'm looking to head over to this section. And very important, I'm looking to arm myself with my first focus cocktail because I'm wanting the growler. I am basically going after all of the sub-challenges, and that is hugely important. One of the sub-challenges is to take out 50 of the freakers while in focus mode, and this is a pain because I'm basically going for speed, so this is slowing things down a touch, but it's got to be done. It has to be done, or it will end up costing you more time in the long run if you don't get this sub-challenge in place. The second sub-challenge is dependent upon you getting 100 freaker kills with the growler. So I'm looking to try and take out 2 of these at the same time and do them very early. After this, it becomes a lot easier. The third sub-challenge that you need to have in place is basically 50 explosive kills, which in this house is not a problem. And it's the final sub-challenge that will eventually trigger the gold score, and that is basically the amount of time that you're in this house for. Basically, when the clock on the top right there hits 1 minute to go, you should have the gold score triggered. Or at least you should have if you do it in the way that I'm doing it. So we'll see how this plays out. But right now it is a little bit of a waiting game. I know where they're basically going to be coming at me from here, so there is something up there. Might as well use it. Oh, that's it, okay. So at this point, I'm looking to get the second focus cocktail in place. And I only require another 15 kills while in focus mode, so as soon as I have those, that's it. Then I will just be reverting to normal time for the rest of this run, for this challenge. And it does pain me at this point because it's like, come on, just get in and let me get the job done. There we go. Okay, now I've still got the 100 freaker kills to get with the growler. And pretty much as soon as I've got them, I will be moving on, because then I'm really starting to think more about the explosive kills, but also especially concentrating on trying to get a lot of burning kills, because that really does get your score going in the right direction. And basically I want to have that all in place so that when it does reach the 1 minute mark left on the clock there, it should immediately turn to a gold score for me. And that is what usually happens if you do it this way. So, got time to kill here, so just chill. Wait until I see him start the move. Here they come. Right. Might as well just... taking a bit of time to actually get that petrol can there, but yep, got it in the end up. Okay, next section. I want an attractor right there. This is a nice spot. The only thing I have to watch for is I know there's going to be freakers coming from my right hand side. So, yeah, here they come. And this is actually not good at this point. I'm kind of trapped, but it's nothing I'm not used to on this particular challenge. So I want to get a tractor there and a health cocktail. Very important, because I'm looking to, once I've taken care of that freaker, I am looking to hit that barrel right there. And I will take a little bit of damage. But if you've got the health cocktail in place, then as it turns out, I don't think I took any there. So happy days. So again, I'm just looking to get a few explosive kills here, and yeah, at this point I'm trying to be flipping a clever sword. This might come back to bite me in the ass, but right, get here, try and get that off there. Yep, very nice. So at this point, I've actually not got very long at all. So I'm just going to get to this top section, because that will basically funnel them. And yeah, oh, very nice. 30 minutes gone. Okay, and I am basically looking to get 47,500 points. And as soon as it gets to the 1 minute mark, this should, yep, there we go. So, and so it's bloody a lot, because that thing is hitting me. I'm struggling to even get the grenade out. But there we go, finally. Okay, that is great. 10 down, but this next one, it really is the most important one of the lot. Right then, on to what is probably the toughest challenge when you are trying to do it at speed, and that is survive. I have two very specific rings I want in place. The 1%er by far the most important, and I also like to have Joker. Some people might prefer to have bullets, where you can just basically do a dive roll and replenish the bullets in the weapon, but I prefer the Joker. I like to pick up as many items as possible, because you can pick up smoke bombs and things like that, but this is how it's all going to play out. When you're doing this at a speedrun, the first priority really has to be getting 6 stealth kills. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but they are sometimes quite difficult to set up. And for anybody who's thinking, well, does it really matter that much? Is it that important? Yes, it is. The stealth kills carry a 6,000 point bonus, which on this challenge is huge. If you do not have this sub-challenge in place, you will not get this challenge completed to a gold score. Simple as. You will struggle. So at this point, I'm looking very quickly to go for these two, and that's a nice start. I've not taken too long, but here is the part that frustrates me hugely, because I still need another 4 stealth kills. After I have the stealth kills, then my priority turns to the headshots, and I require 75 of those. Again, these are essential. If you do not have the 75 headshots, you will most definitely not get the job done. But right now, this run is actually going very well, because it doesn't always for me. This is probably one of my weakest challenges, and it takes by far the longest to complete. The game plan is basically to try and take out one of the marauders with a stealth kill every time. That is the game plan, but because it is a quicker way of doing it, but I'm not having much joy with this one at the moment. I'm having to work a little bit for this one, but okay, yep, nice. That's 4 down, 2 to go. Because once I have those stealth kills in place, that's it. Then I can just properly get to work, where I'm looking to engage them quite quickly every time, and it's just making sure I'm accurate with the shots, which doesn't always happen. It doesn't help that at the moment I'm using a really piss poor weapon, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll see if I can get this one here. Nice. Okay, and there is one more left. Now if I can get this one out of the way quickly, then I'm really looking good. Fantastic. The survive runs don't normally go as well as this. It is one of the toughest sections to complete. Not because of the fact that the Marauders are super tough or anything, it's just the fact of being wily enough to actually get into the positions. And sometimes a bit of luck as well in getting the job done. So it's now all about headshots. And the SAF is what I'm always looking to get my hands on as an early weapon. I basically have my favourites, the SAF, and I look to try and keep going with that until I have the chance of getting the, I think it's called the MWS. That was very nice. 2 headshots there for the price of 1. Always nice to do. I do like to work around the centre area. What this does is, you basically have less chance of getting Marauders appearing from the far side, and that is one of the few melee weapons that I'm looking to get my hands on, the sledgehammer. I've just picked that up. So, again, when I see them coming, especially the early waves, I am looking to engage them quite quickly. Because even if you're being brazen with them and you're showing yourself a bit and you take a little bit of damage, it is a little bit of damage. As it gets later on and they come at you with much better weapons, then yeah, you can't be so brazen at that point. But again, it's all about speed, so... Yep, so far so good. Yeah, I was actually thinking about waiting for that one until he came over to that house section, but this one I'm not waiting about for. He's just going to get it. Now, worth noting, for anybody that's wondering why I picked up the sledgehammer in particular, the sledgehammer is, it's effective with most of the Marauders, but the beauty of the sledgehammer is that with the high-end Marauders, especially the big armoured guy and the ones that have helmets on, the sledgehammer will one swing, one kill them. So it's very handy to have. And also the Marauders that basically have the balaclavas on, it will also one swing, one kill them as well. Although it's very rarely I will use a melee weapon on them, because when they get close, they do quite a bit of damage with the weapon that they're using, so I like to take them out long before they get to me. Now, this next wave of Marauders is one of the most important Marauders in the entire game, because this is basically one set that have the weapon that I'm most badly looking for the midsection. It's the MWS. It is quite an accurate weapon, but more importantly, you can pick up a tremendous amount of ammunition for this bad boy. So when you get into your stride, you really, all you have to be concentrating on is engaging the enemy and taking them out. You're not busy looking around for weapons all the time. So basically in between the duels with the Marauders, I'm just looking to basically pick up ammunition, do a bit of sliding along, pick up other items, obviously medkits, bandages, but I am also hoping to get my hands on some smoke bombs for later on. Right now, not required, but later on, most certainly will be. Okay, again, at this point, I've got no qualms whatsoever about basically taking them on from this section. Again, just focusing on those headshots. And this is going really, really well. I can't stress this enough, folks. This is one of my worst challenges. I'm just basically trying to keep this nice and clean now. I got off to a fantastic start, and I'm looking to just basically build on it. I have had other runs where I've been going for the world record, where I had played the rest of the challenges tremendously well, and then got to this one, and then took an insane amount of time to do it. But this one right now is, yeah, this really is going well. I hope I haven't jinxed myself. And that's the thing as well, because I have a good supply of ammunition in this, I'm not worried too much about having to engage them from the area that they're at up there. I'm very happy just basically making sure that I pick up items over here and then just get ready for the next wave. But there are some heavy hitters coming very soon. Yep, it does help, of course, when you're shooting us on point like that. It's not always the case. Now, I do know the next wave because I can see 63 that I've killed. I know the next wave does consist of one or two of these ones with the helmets on. But it's the wave after this that is probably the most dangerous that I'm going to face in the entire run. Because by doing this challenge the way that I'm doing it, I shouldn't have to face the last two waves. I should have the gold score taken care of by then. But this next wave that's coming, that's why I'm making sure that I've got a reasonable amount of health. One of these bad boys is the big armoured guy. The one that is full body armour. And he is my priority. I don't see him yet, so there he is, that one. And he is frickin' dangerous. Even with the fact that I've got the sledgehammer available and I could take him out with one swing, I have seen times that as soon as you jump out, because of the weapon that he's got, he just takes you out very quickly. And oh wow, I can see 40 minutes going now. With playing this game, although I've added that onto the screen for everybody else's benefit, when I'm playing these challenges, I actually have a stopwatch beside me where I can see it's basically at eye level with the screen, so I know anyways exactly where I'm at in terms of time. Now, this next wave, very important because one of them has the fire axe, and it's him right there. Right, just gotta make sure, get that now. That is so bloody important because that is required for the end game section of this. I also want the PDW. There we go. Nice. That is the last weapon I will have to pick up. Now that I've got the fire axe and now that I've got that, I am good because this thing is amazing. As they start to get close, yeah, you can pick them off quite nicely. This is all from range. Look at that. That's taking them out so quickly. Again, I've got, yeah, no ammunition is not an issue. I only require another 2 headshots and then I am going for the melee kills. Now, okay, 1 smoke bomb. Yep. I ideally want to wait until I've got a few more of them. So because there's only 4 of them at the moment, I'm not going to use that. Just make sure now, nothing stupid, make sure, keep my health reasonably well. And yep, I'm hoping to actually get the gold score with the next wave that is coming. And yeah, I should get it. I don't know why I've even bothered changing. Don't know why I'm bothered changing the weapons. It's not. Yeah, I've made a huge mistake here. I'm wanting the fire axe because I've bloody dropped it. Yeah, okay, that was nearly a freaking disaster. All because I seen the Chicago chopper and it was just tempting us. And oh my god, you can tell the pressure's getting to me here because that's a god awful throw. So it's just a case of now, look, let's just get on with this, get this done. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nice. Just want the pipe bomb down. That's it. Job is done. Brilliant. I am so happy now because although I still have 1 challenge left, the challenge that I do have left is Dead Don't Ride. And it's no idle boast when I say that I am more than competent at this particular challenge. So it's a very nice one to have left at the end. Basically, once this starts, I'm basically going on to autopilot because I know this challenge so well. And it has to be done in a very specific run route in order to get the job done, because you do require a lot of things to be in place. But the other thing about taking this one on at the end is quite a clever one, because once I get the 12th gold, which will come from this challenge obviously, that is it. That is the time for all 12 done and dusted. I don't have to worry about stopping this challenge quickly like I have done with the other 11. Because once I get that 12th gold, that is it. Whatever time it is at that point, that is the record. So the run route that I'm taking will basically take care of all the criteria that I require. But the one that I always focus on the most when doing this run route is basically the swarmers. Because I know that when I get to the end of a particular drop-off, where I know I would normally get the gold, if I don't have 20 freakers in place killed, that won't be the case. I will have to do an extra drop-off, and that will cost me a good 20 to 30 seconds. So they are very important, and at the moment, yeah, I'm not doing too badly on them at all. That's already 6 of those taken care of. So it really is just getting the rest of these things in place, because I don't expect to have any of these drop-offs where they're going to be neutrals or unhappy. It really just is all about making sure that my my driving is on point. Now this next drop-off that I have to make is a very nice one in terms of swarmers, because there is actually 4 that you can get here. And bloody hell, I've missed one over there, and I'm not going back for them. I got one chance at that one, but never mind. I've got the other 3, and there is a good amount of these swarmers in the run route that I take. So I'm not overly worried. If I miss 1 or 2 of them, that's all right. I still expect to get the job done. And there is another swarmer as well over on the right hand side there. I'm purposefully not touching that one, because I just want to keep the speed going very well. When I'm going for world records on Dead Don't Ride, yes, it would be a different story. I would be looking to take out that one, because it is 2 seconds worth of extra time. And just as I've said that, I have actually made my first mistake on Dead Don't Ride. It didn't cost me a tremendous amount of time, probably around about maybe 2 to 3 seconds at the very most. But still, when I know how close this is at the moment to getting under the 50-minute mark, I'm just hoping that's not going to be too costly. So at this point now, I'm heading up this way. I do know there is another 2 swarmers up this way. I ideally want to get them both. There we go, very nice. Okay, looking good so far. One of these sub-challenges is almost in place for the gold. And that is the one up there. I think it's just basically 9 drop-offs to a happy standard. And I have I have a great amount of opportunities to get that done. Basically, as long as I take out all these to happy standard, then I know I'm going to get the job done. So up along here, there is another swarmer to take out. Again, that's one of the ones I don't like to miss, because I'm only going to get one chance at that one. I'm never coming back this way again. There is also another swarmer on this drop-off. And oh yeah, see him? Just clipped him. So nice. At this point, I only have 7 of the swarmers left to get. And yep, it's just all about making sure no mistakes. Just try to make sure this run at this time is nice and clean. And at this point, I think I have got around 6 drop-offs still to make. It's about 6 or 7. There's not that many left to go, so it really is now just making sure that the driving is good. And oh, holy shit, there we go. In trying to get over to that swarmer there, I have clipped that building, and thankfully it's not costing me a lot of time. 2 seconds if I'm being critical, but that's okay, I can live with that. It's just making sure there is no major mistakes at this point. This is one here. I will just slow it down just a wee touch as I'm going through that section, just to make sure that I get the correct line. Because in doing it that way, I can head back that way, and it just sets me up very nicely for the next one. Now, there is another swarmer there. I'm going to take the time to get this one. Just got him. I'm starting to move. Now, there is sometimes another one up here. Sometimes that one gets run over, but thankfully in this case, not an issue. So, only 3 more of those to go, and I am emphasising a lot of attention to these last swarmers because it's potentially going to add 30 seconds onto my time if I don't get them. But there is at least another 6 up this area, and I only have, yeah, at this point now I can confirm, I've definitely just got 2 more drop-offs to make after this one here. So far so good. There is 4 swarmers on that bridge section there. And there is another 2 en route to the next drop-off as well. So just need 3 of these and this will do the job. Well, that's 2 of them. Nice. Just need to watch for landing here. Yeah, very nice indeed. Okay, this is definitely the last one. You need to have that score over 70,000 before you get to the last drop-off point. And that is why these swarmers are so important. There we go. 4,000 point bonus there all of a sudden. Now I'm on. I just need to get to the top of this area. Once I drop this guy off, that's it done. And frick. Okay, that's cost me about another 4 seconds. And there we go. Done. And that is it. Oh my god. 49 minutes and 59 seconds. 1 second to spare in getting it under the 50-minute mark. I am freaking delighted. Oh man. That was insane. And there we go, folks. That is it. The 12 Days Gone challenges taken out to a gold standard. 49 minutes and 49 seconds. So, just about done with this video. I will just bring up the fruits of my labour here. This is them all taken care of. Final thoughts. Starting to sound like the late great Jerry Springer here. Very happy with most of the challenges. The one that I'm probably most disappointed with is the last one that I've played, Dead Don't Ride. I made 1 or 2 mistakes that are very uncharacteristic for myself, but other than that, just about everything else was superb. Maybe a slight mistake on Hog Wild, but that's it. And there we go, folks. I hope you've all been entertained, and I hope you've all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.